Welcome to the third episode of the Drunken Ship Podcast. I'm your host, or we're your host. My name is Tay Infinite, or Tay Norman. This is Jordan Crockett, or CyberCalamity. I'm still not used to that.
Just call me Jordan. There's no
Jordan.
point in doing all. I have like 15 names. My Twitch and Twitter is CyberCalamity now, so just
Yeah, CyberCalamity. It's under our names, our little boxes, cameras. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoy this video. It'll be like a good one. I think it's gonna be a good one. What do you think?
it's gonna be a fucking weird one, dude. We're gonna get really deep and spooky.
I figure spooky.
Wait, before we start talking about that, I want to keep talking about the Sprite conversation we just had. So TV static tastes like, or that's what Sprite tastes like. It's like TV static, right? It burns your.
Yeah. That little loud noise. TV static. I haven't had Sprite in a while.
Dude, oh man, I was drinking coffee today, and I guess I choked when I was drinking the coffee, and it came out my nose.
Oh,
and
God.
I don't know if you've ever had that happen, dude, but it felt like a shotgun blast into my head. Like it burned so bad. I mean, I hadn't had like something come out of my nose in so long that it was like running out, and I'm like, ugh. And it was the worst thing, like coffee. Like who would imagine coffee?
You know what I hate? You never get in the pool and you jump in it and like it get like burns your nose.
Chlorine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that. It doesn't feel like that.
Yeah, it feels just like that. Like, so you ever had it like go? You had it go up your nose before, like a
Oh God, yeah. It burns.
Yeah. But it's going like reverse. Like you drink it. It's so weird because you drink it and then it's coming out your nose and you're like, so was that leaking? What am I face leaking? You're doing that with milk.
No, I don't drink milk.
Yeah, but I mean, when you were a kid, you drank milk when you were a kid, right?
Strawberry milk, but it never came out my nose. I hate milk. That's a fun fact about me. I don't like milk.
I saw. I grew. So did you grow up drinking milk?
Like rarely.
I grew up either. My mom gave me a choice, like either you want water or you want milk, and I'm like, I didn't like water as a kid.
You didn't like water?
No, I mean I hated water. I was like, ugh.
Now my cousin, he was raised by his grandmother, our grandmother. That's all they drunk is water. That's like since I knew him. I don't know if he's like that now. All he did was water. And I'm like, why'd you do that? Because as a kid, I love soda, juice, the sugar stuff. But he just drank water 24/7, which is nothing wrong with that.
I mean, probably now it's. I mean, you never drink soda, then you're probably in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I started drinking water heavily probably like 2 years ago now. I used to never drink water, dude.
I started drinking water probably like when I was in high school. When I started doing like a lot of weightlifting and stuff and playing a lot of sports. I would have to drink like gallons and gallons of water because like whatever pre-workout I was taking, it would require me to drink a ton of water just so like it wouldn't rot my kidneys out.
It's funny because back to milk. I think senior years are the longest I ever drunk milk ever. I guess I just had a tolerance for it. Like I'm not lactose intolerant or anything, or I just don't like milk. It was chocolate milk though. So like,
yeah,
afterwards.
If I had like a preference, it'd be like chocolate milk. Because like when you're in high school, I mean, like that's like the only option, right? Unless
yeah, milk.
I mean, in my high school anyway, like it was just milk. It's like
yeah,
if I remember that.
They didn't give you another option for drinking, did they? Unless you had to buy it.
Water. I mean, I guess you could buy a Coke or something, but I mean, like what was in the cafeteria, it was just milk.
Oh my God. Remember the pizzas? Pizza's horrible in school. And the soup slap.
What soup? It's
beef soup at school.
Beef soup?
Yeah.
Remember, we used to get, it was like these cheese sticks or whatever.
Oh, those things were horrible. I know exactly.
No, those things were good. What are you talking about?
The marinara sauce?
Yeah, I like those.
Tastes fake. But no, the chicken nuggets slap, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You get like 5.
It's probably all like frozen food.
It's all frozen food.
It's frozen.
It's all
like people would say the pizza was awful, but I never thought it was like that bad. I mean, there was like, but there was 2 types, honestly. There was like one type that was like plasticky and had like the pepperoni bits on it. Those were awful. Those
rectangle things. Those are the ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like bacon bits, but the dried out bacon bits.
Yeah.
But the other pizza, it was good. But you
Was
could
it
tell
triangle
when there
slice?
was. It was not. It wasn't triangle. It was square. But like you could tell the cheese was like legit on it. Stuff.
Real. There was
Yeah,
like few, there was like few
and I guess it
moments
was a
where-
budget thing.
Yeah, Asuka was poor, dude. Come from a small town. There was
I mean,
like
there's
rare
fucking-
moments, like we had like really rare.
I keep fucking with my mic. Sorry.
You're good. Yeah, like we had like that's a creepy mug. What is that?
Oh, it's it's like these people's faces are like rotting. This is a Junji Ito mug.
Weeb.
It's
Look at
good,
my-
dude.
Razzle dazzle. What's it called? Raz cranberry.
How do you pronounce that?
What?
How do you
LaCroix?
how do you pronounce it?
LaCroix?
LaCroix.
I texted yesterday, right? Or the day before yesterday. Like, what you
Yeah.
thought I was talking about?
So I read it wrong. I thought you said something about. I forget how I read it, but I read it like fast, and I glanced at it, and I'm like, "The fuck you mean?"
Is this French? LaCroix?
You would think. I think so.
Yeah.
LaCroix. Like
LaCroix.
LaCroix.
Like, there's an X in it. That's weird.
That's how we got on
mic can do
talking about
ASMR.
Sprite water. What?
I wonder if my mic can do ASMR. What is it called? The bisection? Make the mic from
Oh,
different
left or
sides.
right?
Yeah.
Have you seen those mics that look like ears? What is that for? That's for ASMR, right? But why does it look like that?
Because dude, it's trippy, dude. Because like get like your headphones you have right now, and close your eyes and go to one of those videos, and like your eye movements will move like someone's actually touching your ear. It does some weird thing to the brain.
Did I ever tell you about this It was like one of the first ASMR videos I ever watched, and like it was the bizarrest thing. So typically with ASMR, you're only listening to it, right? Like that's the whole goal of it. But I was like, I was watching it on YouTube, right? And I was like, just clicked on like our ASMR because this is when it was like getting big and stuff. And I'm like, I'll check one out. And so I go into this video, and I can't remember the name of it, of anything, but it was the weirdest video. Like the ASMR part was not that bad, but like I remember the video being named something doctor or something. But this dude, he comes in like to the room, right? And he's wearing like a lab coat, but this dude's wearing like a mask. It's like a monster mask. It's like, but you can tell it's one of those like ones that where it's like the eyes are like, or like it's like you paint your eye to the mask.
Yeah.
So it fits to their face really well and looks like you almost can't tell that's a mask. And I was like, what is this? Yeah, that's what I thought too. And I'm like, what's going on? What kind of ASMR is this? But the dude just like, it was something about going to the doctor and getting like a checkup or something. And I'm like, is all ASMRs like this?
No.
I'm like, but if you didn't watch the video, you would never know. Like, it was weird like that.
I guess he wants to make it more intriguing or something, but you don't have to do all those extra mess. Like some people just like, there's a woman, she just like taps the desk. That gets me the worst sensation. Yeah, in my head too. Or
because like some people it affects and some people it doesn't.
Yeah, it affects me. Yeah, it's this weird feeling. It's like there were certain things.
Like drinking Sprite.
Sprite.
That's what TV static tastes like.
No, it's like the tapping sound, or that's something I can remember. I think
well, you remember that like the Super Bowl commercial, right? Where it had the girl like sitting by the waterfall, and then it was like a Budweiser or a Corona commercial or something. She was like tapping the glass. You don't remember this commercial? I was like, when I saw that commercial, I'm like, whoa! I guess ASMR is a pretty big thing.
I don't know.
This year
it was big like a year or two ago.
Maybe last year.
I know, like, it was a trend for a while on YouTube, but I kind of saw it slightly decline.
I don't hear people talk about it anymore, but I remember it used to be like this huge thing. Like, everyone
people used to think it was sexual. It's not sexual at all. People used to think it was sexual. No, I guess you can make it sexual, but it's about the brain and sound, particular sounds.
And I guess I don't have that because I don't really get a sensation from listening
certain
to
sounds.
video.
Maybe you got to find the right sound. Is there something like you like? Like it's like smell too. Like I love the smell of gas, even though that's weird.
You like to smell what?
Gas.
Gas.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to be like that when I was a kid. Like when you get out of the gas station, there's
something like that.
Some people are like that. They like the gas smell.
Yeah, but too much of it, like if I'm cutting the grass, or something is annoying. Like pumping the car up or something, and I smell it.
I know.
It's
I
different.
like. You know what's a weird sound I like, but it's like weird. It's I like shoes clacking on.
That's ASMR.
Shoes clacking in like a parking garage or something. For some reason, I like that sound for some odd reason. I always liked that sound since I was a kid. I was like, and I always thought it was weird though. I was like, this is such a weird thing to be liking.
Does it like relax you or anything?
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like a nostalgic thing, like in the back of my head.
Google it. That could be like your like the sound for ASMR. Because you probably gotta find it or something that catches on to you. Not now. I mean, like later.
Wait, have you ever like looked at the sun and you just sneezed?
You talked about this.
Yeah, I was talking about this the other day.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
As far as I can remember, every time like I would walk from outside of my house and I'd go out to the sun, I guess, outside into like a bright sunny area, I would just sneeze. And I would always do that. And I'm like, whoa, am I allergic to the sun or something? And I always thought it was weird. And I'm like, does other people do this? Like when they walk out into the sun? And apparently, I finally got curious one day and I looked it up. And apparently, what happens is when you go out in the sun, when a bright light hits you, it creates moisture inside of your nose, and the sneeze is clearing out that moisture, which is like it's weird because how like the sun is creating moisture. Yeah, I guess it heats it up, but it does it so quickly. Because like I know like when I walk immediately out into the sun, I sneeze and I'm like, what is
I never
this?
heard of that till the other day. I just sneeze when I wake up sometimes. I don't do it no more. I've done it years, but I used to like sneeze like 10 times nonstop. Like, every time I'm about to take a shower, it's the sneezing. I don't know what that is. It's like a morning sneeze, but it doesn't stop. But I haven't done it in years.
Do you get like clogged up? I mean, like clogged up when you sleep?
No.
I know, like when I wake up in the morning, sometimes like I can feel like my nose is stopped up.
Because you're probably cold.
Maybe like I remember one of my old roommates used to tell me that like if you could get sick if you don't sleep with the shirt on, and they say like if you sleep without a shirt on, at least cover your chest, because apparently if you leave your chest exposed, it gets cold, you can get sick like that.
Yeah,
and like every time he would fall, like every time he'd go to sleep without a shirt on. No, this was Peter. I don't know if he was like the military guy. He would, if he slept without a shirt on, he'd put a towel over his chest. Yeah, and I guess it worked. I mean, I never saw him got sick. So,
dude, what is it like an age thing? Because I never did as a kid, but when I got older, I took my shirt off and started sleeping. What is that?
I burn up, dude. Like,
you ever thought about that?
Sometimes, what when you
like as you get older, you take your shirt off to sleep. Maybe
I do it I mean, I still leave mine on, but like sometimes I get hot. I gotta take it. I have to take it off.
Like in high school, I used to take my shirt off to sleep. Now I don't, which is so weird. Is it like a puberty thing? I don't know.
So you just did it just to do it?
No, because as a kid, I didn't take my shirt off to sleep. But when I got older, from my teenage years, I took it off.
Do you sleep with socks on?
No, I can't.
No, I can't either.
I mean, I'll get in bed with socks on, but eventually I'll take them off.
Yeah, I'll be the same way. Like, you kick them. You'll have to kick them off at some point.
Yeah. Like, I used to just sleep in boxers. That's it. Now I sleep in, like, shorts and shirt.
Do you ever wear, like, tube socks?
What's that?
Like, the big socks that go, like,
long
way
socks?
up.
No,
yeah, to your, like, knees.
I just got the white socks. That's the highest I go. But I usually wear ankle socks, black socks. What's up?
Why is there a stereotype of like people like your mom goes cleans your room and then she finds like a really stiff sock under your bed or something?
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, I know what it is. But why is that? Why are dudes like beating off? Like, are they cleaning it up with a sock? Or are they like doing it into the sock?
I think they're doing it into the sock. I don't know. It could be both.
I never got that. Like, what are they doing with the sock?
Are those real story cases? People do that?
I don't know. I think so.
It was like a joke someone said.
Someone had to do it. I mean, someone had to eventually do it once at least, and then someone had to make a joke about it.
That's being lazy. I guess they want to clean up, get up or something. We're 15 minutes in talking about randomness.
Oh my, yeah, that's enough. Let's get into
the main show. That's how we do a podcast right there.
So, Venom 2 got a name for the movie.
They're not
going to be calling it. It's not going to be calling Venom 2. It's going to be Venom 2. Wait, is it going to be called Venom 2?
I don't know.
Or no. I think it's Venom. Let There Be Carnage.
I kind of just rolled my eyes and kept scrolling. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. That doesn't even sound right. Jordan, let's go see Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Let's go watch that movie.
Carnage. I've seen a lot of people give a lot of like chime in on this. Like some people, I saw one guy said that's like the sickest title that they ever seen.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then I've seen a lot of people are like, apparently, is there a comic called like Venom Maximum Carnage or something?
Maximum Carnage, yeah, it was Maximum Carnage, yeah. It was a game.
People say like there's a lot of missed opportunities, but that title is way too long.
Maximum Carnage?
No, Let There Be Carnage.
It doesn't sound right. Like, I thought Spider-Man Homecoming sounded weird, but it got used to me. Spider-Man Far From Home sounds weird, too. I guess it's Sony's way of naming movies. Like, what's it called again? Venom, Let There Be Carnage?
Let There Be Carnage.
Just like, imagine, like...
I know why they did that, because that's, like, the last line in Venom.
It's going to be Carnage. Oh, it's going to be Carnage. Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald. All right, if you've seen the end credits for Venom... What's that guy's name? From what is his name? He's from Natural Born Killers.
God. I don't know. I forgot his name. Hang on. Find it.
Oh.
Woody Harrelson. There we go.
As soon as I found it.
Christ. Yeah. Name.
Woody Harrelson. If you've seen that movie, I don't know why they put him in this big red curly wig, but I swear to God, he looks just like Ronald McDonald. He like leans down. He's like, "Oh."
Is he his new haircut? It's like slick now.
Dude, it set photos. Looks so stupid.
Yeah, he looks. Who
plays Venom?
Tom Hardy.
I mean, not Venom. What was the name of Carnage in the comic?
Cletus Cassidy.
Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah. He has the red hair, sure, but they look nothing. I don't see Harrison Ford, Woody Harrelson as a Carnage at all. I don't see that at all.
They look nothing alike. Oh wait, I found it.
What a weird casting choice. I can see Eddie Brock, Tom Hardy. I can see that as a thing, even though it is a thing now. I can see that. Like before the movie came out. But like Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy? That doesn't even... Yeah, that's just...
Look what is his haircut?
I don't know where they going for with
stupid.
This. He can have like a country accent. Look at him down there.
Okay, there it is. Yeah. Look at... Dude, I swear to God, he looks just like Ronald McDonald.
I think what's name's directing it too.
So wait, this is Cletus Cassidy,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's his curly hair? Does he have curly hair in the comics?
I guess it varies on the artist, but he has red hair.
Dude, he looks like a beat up Kool-Aid man.
He looked like a wannabe gangster. Past his prime. I don't know, dude. This movie's gonna be weird.
What is this like fit though? Look,
that's what I'm saying.
Let's break this down. Why is he wearing a long sleeve shirt? It looks like he's wearing a tank top and then a long sleeve shirt and then a Hawaiian and then he's got a skull necklace to little cherry on top there.
Because he knows he's edgy. What is his fit?
I don't know, but who approved this?
I know he's hot in that. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to expect from the movie. I expect Venom and Carnage. That's it. Fighting each other. That's nothing new. I've seen it before, but not in live action.
I love Carnage. Know, man. That's it's a badass character.
No, it just these.
But like Venom, this just seems stupid.
Symbiotes are people love Carnage and Venom. People freaking love those characters, but they don't have. They don't have nothing to them other than
what
just
is
being
it?
Cool.
The first Spider-Man animated, or not the first one, but like the
90s animated
90 ones. I mean that Venom so badass, and then like that was like my first like taste of like Venom and Carnage. And
like this Google Spider-Man animated series, and the first thing you'll see is Venom and Carnage episodes. People, especially when Spider-Man 3 came out, Venom, the symbiotes boomed again, and like that's all people think of when they think of Spider-Man villains. It's the symbiotes. I mean, admittedly, as a kid, I love Venom because he looks cool looking. But as I get older, he's nothing. He's just a monster Spider-Man. Same with Carnage. He's just Joker with a symbiote. That's it.
Yeah, right.
I never been. I don't know. I think I'm just past the point of liking those characters. Like, they do nothing new. I would argue Venom does something new in the comics, but I haven't read it yet. But I heard this comic run is amazing. But Carnage, he's always been just this evil, super evil Venom.
let's give some backstory on Carnage. Like, he's a serial killer, right?
Yeah, he's a serial killer.
That's his whole stick.
Yeah, that's his whole stick.
And then he gets a symbiotic.
Yeah, the symbiote. Remember it being like his bloodstream or something? In a minute. That's why it's red. Get it? Because blood.
Right. Yeah, so like, was it in the animated series that like, wasn't it like Eddie Brock? Wasn't he like in the
jail cell?
I'm trying to remember. Was he in the jail cell or was he like? I thought it was on the spaceship or something. It was something like that.
See,
I remember the spaceship like crashes on the bridge.
That's Venom's symbiote.
Right.
See, the symbiotes are asexual. They can reproduce. So,
but did they attach to Venom and Carnage at the same time?
No, like I guess the symbiote reproduced, and that's what Carnage was born from. They all when they produce an offspring, the offspring is always stronger than a parent. So that's why Carnage is really strong compared to Venom. That's why Spider-Man and Venom always have to team up to beat Carnage. Carnage also has children too, and you know the guy he fought in the Venom movie, Phage, or Riot, I forgot which one it was.
I think it's Riot, right?
Yeah, he's actually Carnage's kids, if I'm not mistaken.
So how's that?
It's been a minute since it's because it's movie lore. I don't know. Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of symbiotes. They're not even relevant anymore to me. Like, at least in terms of Spider-Man's storyline. Like, those characters, I think, haven't appeared since the 90s. Carnage, I think he just came back. I think Green Goblin got his symbiote now.
Green Goblin got a symbiote?
He took
symbiote?
The Carnage, the Carnage symbiote. I think he turned to. I didn't read it, but he turned to Red Goblin, I believe. Anyone can get a symbiote. Yeah, so like
there's one comic I kind of want to read is like I think you told me about is like Venom has like he's like a soldier or something, like the government owns like
Flash Thompson Venom.
Yeah, that seemed like really cool. It almost seemed like a Punisher, like the way the suit is set up and stuff. It looked really cool, and I kind of wanted to read it.
But he's a soldier. He's a good guy,
right? Like they have like the I think the backstory of it's like they have control over the Venom serum or whatever, or the symbiote. Is it they couldn't have over the symbiote? Can they? They have control over that.
No, the symbiote is control his own. That's one of the story goes. Like the symbiote actually becomes a good person.
Oh, okay, and then it works with the government.
Yeah, and like because it gives him his legs. Because Flash Thompson lost his legs, but when he puts on the suit, he gets legs back. The suit gives him legs. Yeah. A good Carnage storyline. The only one I actually like was Carnage USA. I read this in high school. Carnage takes over like a town in Texas, I believe. Spider-Man, I think a few other characters go to Texas to fight him. And like Carnage take over the whole entire town. He takes over like babies too. Like he puts his symbiote down the drain or something, and it's going through like the system of the town. And, like it's just weird stuff. Like Carnage, like they said, they're just cool looking extreme characters. That's all they have to them. And I guess, I mean, Venom did that the first movie. Even though I don't really care for that movie, it did what it did. It's a Venom movie. I think the same thing could be this for this one. It's gonna be like, oh, just another symbiote movie fighting. I guess what's his name? Tom Holland gonna be in it? Who knows?
He's definitely gonna be in it because like
that's gonna make bank, dude. Jesus Christ.
Because they were gonna take away Spider-Man, and then he probably eventually had to be like, fine, I'll be in your $1 million movie, and I'll take my $1 million paycheck.
Yeah, the movie's gonna make $1 billion guarantee.
Oh yeah.
This is Carnage's first appearance in live action too.
If they put Spider-Man in it, they're definitely gonna will put butts in the seat easily.
Because I don't know you remember, but back in like 2007, Carnage was supposed to be in Spider-Man 4, but they canceled that movie. When Toby.
Oh right, because it only went to 3. I was trying to think.
Yeah, because Venom was actually supposed to be in that movie. In Spider-Man.
No,
2.
Venom was. It's only supposed to be Sandman, and then I think what is it?
Sony
Studio
interference.
Yeah, started interfering.
Because Sam Raimi, he didn't want Venom in that movie. I think he actually.
You can tell that it's like offbeat. Like that was not supposed to be part of the storyline.
Yeah, he just. Was it considered a side story? Or was the main plot? Eddie Brock's purpose seemed like a.
It was literally it was like you could tell it was this shoehorn in because it just seemed like they wedged it in there and it just didn't. It was very oblong in the story, yeah. But like I don't know. I mean, Sandman doesn't. I know like Sam Raimi like wanted to do Sandman, but I don't know. I mean, it seems kind of boring.
I see where you're coming from because he's not. That's what people think of Spider-Man villains.
But see, I'm a casual fan. Like I'm not like that deep
Yeah.
into Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man, but I'm not that deep. I don't read the comics. So what made it appealing for me was like Venom. But I probably would have watched it anyway if it would just had Sandman, and probably overall it would have been a better story.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like casual guys, like they love the Venom. They love the symbiotes.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
It's cool. And nothing wrong with that.
It's cool shit.
It's cool looking. Yeah, I mean, it's just not for it was, but now it's not my cup of tea anymore. It seems like what's the word? I don't want to say childish way. I mean, you can like them if you want. I'm not. It just seems like I'm not that demographic no more.
Right. This doesn't appeal to you. Like,
doesn't appeal to me no more. Yeah.
Just
it's
like
funny.
Patches and buckles and shit.
Buckles, yeah, from the 90s. Like I sound hypocritical though, because I'm going crazy with like Digimon and like Gundams, how cool they look. Because that's literally what I watched them for. But when it comes to like Venom or something, it's like, I think I'm just past that. I don't know. It's weird because it's funny I said it, like Gundams. I don't know the story of these shows. I just know they look cool.
Gundam, oh my god, dude! I hate cool Gundam like stories. I mean, Iron Blooded Orphan was like the first one, and I think Iron Blooded Orphan's like the best Gundam series to kind of like drop into. It's a good gateway Gundam show because Gundam has the most convoluted like storylines about military. It's like bureaucracy and like all that shit. It's so hard. It's like there's a really good meme of Gundam. It's like the Gundam like shooting a bullet and it arcs over a kid, and like the arcing bullet is saying that like war is bad, and the kid is looking at the Gundam is like, oh, cool robot.
That was us as a kid. That was me.
But essentially, like, I mean, Gundam is like it's a political show about saying how evil war is and how bad it destroys lives, and people are like, oh, sweet, cool, flying robots through space. I mean, I'm guilty of that shit too.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not afraid to admit it either, because it's like I remember like Gundam Wing used to be my favorite as a kid. Then I think I'm still in college when I was trying to watch it again. I'm like, what did I watch as a kid? This is hard to watch. I don't remember.
I watched the same thing. Did not understand any of it.
Did not understand. Yeah, like I don't know how we tuned it out. It's really interesting because I just remember fight scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember playing like do you remember Toonami Web?
Yeah.
And like going on there, they had like a Gundam. I think it was either Toonami or I think it was this Cartoon Network, but like they had like Gundam like RPG. That was like the first RPG I ever played in my life. Was like these turn-based three base characters,
Yeah.
And you would just, and it was Gundams, right? And they would just take turns battling. I had no idea. I'd just be hitting shit. But I was having a ball, dude, because I get to play the Grim Reaper Gundam.
Yeah.
The one's a scythe. You know which one I'm talking about?
It's Gundam
That's
Wing.
Yeah, Gundam Wing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's like I'm just past that point now. If you want to watch that and you like that, good for you. Then I probably don't see it in theaters because I didn't even see the first one in theaters. I don't even know what I was doing when the first one came out. I just didn't bother seeing theaters? The first Venom movie.
Oh yeah. No, I remember seeing like the trailer for it. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be garbage. And then it made like $1 billion or something.
Everyone doubted it. Like Sony's making a Morbius movie. Like no one wants a Morbius movie. Even if you think, like, even I
didn't know who that was when it first came out, and I think like the general population does not know who Morbius was
unless you watch the animated cartoon. Remember the vampire, the plasma? Yeah. They couldn't say blood, so they said plasma. Dude, even if you think you do, no one cares about Morbius. I'm gonna just say that out there. No one cares about him. Even like they're making a Madam Web movie. You don't know who that is, do you?
I do. I do know who Madam Web is.
Madam Web. They make a movie with her, but not that version.
But I don't understand. Like, wait, which version?
There's another Madam Web. I don't know.
I just know the Madam Web is like she's from like the other dimensions with the Spider-Verse and everything.
There's a younger version of her. They're making a movie based on her. So I think she's gonna be the key to connecting the threads of the movies. So she's gonna
ever since like the animated Spider-Man that just came out. Spider-Verse. Ever since that came out, like, it seems like everyone's just taking these, like, random shots through, like, the Spider-Man verse of, like, this character and this character. Because, I mean, Morbius, is the Spider-Man villain, right?
Dude, who, not in a million years, like 15 years ago, hey, there's going to be a Morbius movie. Even as a kid, I wouldn't care. Like, I don't think no one would care. Like, a Morbius movie? Venom makes sense. Like, come on, man. No one's.
I was thinking the other day, like, all right, so you know the Avenger movies, right?
Yeah.
That's essentially that's our generation's Star Wars.
It is.
And can you just imagine like being like 60 years old and then someone like your grandkids or whatever, like, did you see this old movie called Avengers come out, and there's like a bunch of movies, and I was just thinking, I'm like, that's so weird, because I was like asked my parents, I'm like, so did you guys go see Star Wars when you're when you guys were that age and shit?
It's funny because I was like, 2 weeks ago whenever we watched Endgame, I was talking to Aja. I'm like, you do realize we watched the biggest movie of all time of our generation in theaters, and that like
especially
we've seen like we've seen like 11 years of worth of payoff in those films.
Dude,
we saw that in person. That's amazing to think of.
I remember I was in high school, right? And I remember sitting in my bedroom, right? And I was going through my phone, and I remember the roadmap and they announced it. I think I saw a leaked version of it or something.
The convention thing.
It had it was like in like 10 years of the the roadmap or whatever. And I remember I think the first movie may have been like on the roadmap. It was like Captain America, Winter Soldier, and then
it's funny. Spider-Man wasn't even up there yet either.
No,
we didn't know about Spider-Man at the time, or Captain Marvel, I believe. I don't know, but some of these movies wasn't up there.
No.
Yeah, and then they added more movies.
But they had Infinity War. Yeah. And then they had I think it was called Infinity War Part 2.
Part 2. Yeah, it was supposed to be that.
And I was and I was just trying to get to Civil War, because I knew what Civil War was, and I'm like, oh my god, Civil War.
Yeah.
I gotta wait 7 years, but then 2020, or it was was it supposed to come out in 2020 or?
It got
2019, something like that.
2018 and 2019. They're supposed to be a year apart. When did Endgame come out? Not Endgame, but they came out the right year, right? They came out in perspective years, right?
2018 and 2000.
I think they got pushed back a year. These movies, all of them did, because Black Panther was supposed to come out in 2017. No, 2015 to 16, but it got pushed back to February 2017. That's when. No, it's supposed to come out 2017. Infinity War came out 2018. So Black Panther came out 2018. So it got pushed back a year. Yeah, I was right. So all these films got pushed back a year. Cause Spider-Man's the reason they got pushed back.
Oh,
they want to put Spider-Man in the center. Yeah, forgot about that.
Dude, I mean, like, I'll never forget. And I mean, spoiler alert for like what a 3 or 4 year old movie. When we saw Infinity War, right?
Yeah.
And when everyone got like turned into like dust. That was like the weirdest experience in a movie I ever felt. It was. Yeah. Because you could hear just a pin drop. Everyone's just like dead silent. I mean, like you could feel it in the air that there was like this tension. I was like, this is odd. Like, this is crazy odd.
That's probably my greatest movie experience of all time, because it's like that movie literally changed the world. Like, I remember like saying that because I wanted to happen, but I didn't think they would really do it. And he did it, and he just ends like sitting on the couch or whatever, looking at the sun, and just cuts.
It's like a log,
and I'm
or
like,
something.
And I remember going to Audrey's house like. She's like, what is wrong with you? I was still like, what?
Tay, do you remember the kid? There was like a kid, like just a little tiny kid, like sitting next to us.
Yeah.
I remember like looking over, and that kid was like fucking bawling his eyes out. Spider-Man died. This kid was like crying. I was like, oh shit.
Dude, I missed that excitement for Infinity. Because I remember when that trailer first dropped. And like I had like everyone showing me this trailer. You guys, the film students.
We would watch it every single day, at least 6 times. Dude, we were so fucking hyped.
God, because it's like I'm telling Audrey, like we might not get something like this again, like that. Like, oh my God, this is it story. And Star Wars was supposed to do it, but it failed completely, dude. You see anyone talking about that movie right now? Ever?
No, it like literally. I don't want to say it's a forgettable movie, but I think like people just want to move on with their lives after this point.
And that's what it felt. But there's people still talking about Infinity War and Endgame.
You know what's the only other there's only a few movies that like really do like have that like really rememberable sense. And I got a good story. So who was it? It was me, you, and Gazari. All went to go see Wolverine.
Logan.
Or yeah, it was Logan.
Yeah,
It was Logan, right? And like I remember we're like, oh man, this movie's gonna be so badass and stuff. And when it got to the end of that movie, we were all and I've never had this happen to me. I mean, like Infinity War was like we walked out of that movie, we're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But like Logan, this is the first time a movie has ever made the entire theater depressed. Everyone walked out of that movie dead silent. Quiet.
And we had to drive. We went to Walmart. Silence.
We went. So right after the movie, we walked out to my car. We all got in my car, right? Dead silent. Not one person says one word.
I remember
we go to Walmart.
And we just went to Walmart and get some cookies for a Dwayne.
Yeah, we went. So we're going to Ali's house after we saw the movie, and we go to Walmart because I think they asked us to pick up cookies or something.
Yeah.
And so, like, we took like a 10-minute drive to Walmart, and still got out of the car, went into Walmart, still not one word is said to each other.
Dude, that movie.
I cried but like not like a bawling crying, but I had like tears running down my face. I was like so fucking sad.
I didn't cry, but even though the problems with that series, it's still a part of my childhood. And seeing like Hugh Jackman just leave, and it made sense. He's getting old. He wants to do something different, and it's like more of a respectful ending, which I respected too. Like, he don't have to keep doing this forever. There's some people say the Marvel characters, like,
he's been doing that shit since
2000.
2000.
He's been doing it for 17 years at a time.
Eesh.
Yeah, and like saying like, 'cause I remember watching Endgame again like 2 weeks ago too. Like, I had the same exact response you just said just then. Like, I was watching like, it sucks we won't see these guys again. Tony Stark.
I mean, like
Chris Evans.
Those are literally those characters. You can't replace them now because like you look at like Robert Downey Jr. You immediately that's Iron Man. He can't go.
He's Iron Man.
It's like one of those like you see him in another movie. I'm like, oh, there's Iron Man, and like
That's me with all his movies, Robert Downey Jr. movies.
Same thing with like not Robert Pattinson. Fuck, the Harry Potter kid, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah,
you can't see Daniel Radcliffe in any other movie and not think of Harry Potter or something.
Because he's that character. Yeah,
because he did it for like how many years? Like,
I didn't even finish the series.
Which that's crazy because like he literally grew up. We watched him grow up every 2 years. We'd see what he's up to. Watch the new movie.
That's what we were expecting for them to do with Spider-Man, but we didn't kind of see that yet. I was kind of expecting us at the Harry Potter effect.
How old is Tom Holland?
He's like my age now. I think I'm older than him, like a year or two.
I think he's gonna stay like that. I don't think he gets older.
I know. I remember this be like before Civil War came out, people making theories. I was expecting him to be like more of a Harry Potter effect because MCU takes in place real time. So like Spider-Man: Homecoming took place 4 years ago. So like I was expecting them to like, oh, he's gonna be like the Harry Potter of the series, where he's gonna grow and mature and get older. But then he's still in high school, which I'm fine with, but I kind of want to move on past that.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. So wait, are they still doing the Uncharted movie with him in it? Because Tom Holland is supposed to play Nathan Drake, which like every time that gets brought up, people always have the same question, like how is he gonna play this like rugged like bearded man?
Well, I don't think he's gonna. I think he'll play like young Nathan Drake before.
Is that what it is? Like he's just. It's gonna be like a pre-movie storyline.
Yeah, that's all I was expecting it to be.
Because like Uncharted 4 is like that, but that's a small portion of the game.
It's very small. That's what I'm saying. Like Uncharted 3, it was small too. It was a flashback. So I was like, I don't know. I don't care. I'm not watching it. I don't think it's gonna come out.
No, it will never come out. That movie's been delayed. I don't know, like 6 times, and they've found like. Oh my god, that movie! You think that's gonna be? That's like the Final Fantasy 14. Or no, it's 15. It's I always call it 14. Here we go again. Shit, here we go again. That's like the Kingdom Hearts 3. That's a Final Fantasy 15 of movies.
Gambit's canned. They ain't coming out.
It's
Disney owns them. Remember? Yeah. I think Fox's X-Men last movie is that movie that comes out this year.
How long do you think it's gonna take Disney to reboot X-Men? How many years? How many years? They
can already name drop mutants if they want to, like subtle hints. That's why I think Eternals is a very important movie, because Eternals are old and mutants can come from them, and they're gonna do that. So they're gonna mention mutants next year in Eternals. Then it's gonna probably like 2 more years we see actual X-Men movie. Oh my god, when that happens, oh my god.
How long do you think it's gonna take them to do a Fantastic Four again?
I want them to do them first.
Before
apparently it's been rumored they're gonna be in Ant-Man 3.
Really?
Yeah. I heard rumors about that.
Can you imagine the Ant-Man movie being good?
I loved Ant-Man 1 and 2. I didn't really care for Ant-Man 2, but Ant-Man 2.
They're not like very serious movies. I mean, that's what I like
about them. They're just there. They don't have to be.
Which I guess it's refreshing when it's not like you're not going to see the same like kind of template you kind of expect from them.
It's a personal movie.
Which I guess there's a template in a sense of like the jokes, but that's mainly all. That's like what Ant-Man's got about it.
Yeah, like I was like when I was watching when Infinity War was coming out, I was like psyched to watch Ant-Man again. Like hell, yes, I can't wait to watch this movie. Same with Doctor Strange. But like apparently they're supposed to be Ant-Man 3, but I can't wait for Fantastic Four and like because Fantastic Four is like Marvel's flagship titles. Like, that's a very, very important franchise to Marvel. They're the first family. They're up there with Spider-Man. Like, you believe it or not, Avengers wasn't in this category. It was always been X-Men, Spider-Man.
Your mic keeps like cutting in and out.
It's cutting out.
Notice. Yeah.
It's probably
because it's Discord or what.
It's Discord. It's gonna be on my side. But like, it used to be like, because Avengers used to be the B series. It used to be X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man. That's the like top tier series. So like, and it sucks. Like, you have these such great films like Infinity War, Endgame, but X-Men and Fantastic Four wasn't in it. That's lame to look back on.
we eaten though.
Yeah, we are. It just imagine Wolverine being there, Storm and Jean Grey, Spider-Man and Captain America. That's a comic book. That's a legit comic book.
That's like in a sense because I'm so used to seeing these characters and just like in this movie and not seeing the X-Men. It's just really weird for me to merge those together.
That's the problem with the X-Men right now because people are trying to question like how are you guys going to do that because it's already an established universe.
Yeah, like where have they been? Like where were they at like when this was all going on and stuff?
Exactly. That's what everyone's like questioning right now. Like where you guys? I mean,
since like kind of like the first arc of the Avengers is over, you think like you think that the movies coming out after like Endgame, you think it's going to live up to their standard, or you think it's probably going to start diminishing? You think they're going to lose a lot of the hype?
Dude, to be honest with you, the Marvel Universe just started. It is getting, as a comic book fan, I don't know about like a casual fan, but as a comic book fan, it's getting crazier. And I think more intriguing too. Like we seeing characters oh my god, never dreamed of having. Like a Moon Knight TV series, Miss Marvel, WandaVision, Loki, which I don't really care about. Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I cannot wait for. That show's gonna be awesome, dude.
Did they get pushed up or did they get pushed back? I think it got pushed up. I'm not
sure.
The last time I saw August.
Yeah, it's supposed to be August release. It might get delayed because of coronavirus.
Shit, what's not getting delayed?
We getting like a Shang-Chi movie, like Eternal. Like it's funny because no one cares about Eternals. I just started reading Eternals. I think I read them like in high school, the 2008 series. Then never thought about them again till the movie got announced again. So I reading the Jack Kirby's original series. Eternals is like my probably most anticipated Marvel movie right now because of how different it is.
Yeah,
and no one knows who these guys are, and like if you say you know who these guys are, you're lying. 95% sure you're lying because Marvel doesn't like promote them at all. But most of these characters, like Marvel doesn't promote Eternals at all. Like Thanos is an Eternal. No one knew that. So he might.
No, I didn't know that until you told me.
Yeah, but I think they probably changed this MCU storyline. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me that much. But like Eternals, my most excited because it's so different. This is something we're not going to see it before, and I cannot wait till someone see this movie and like complain that they're not their comic book accurate version. You never read Eternals ever.
Do you think like comics are coming back, or you think like they're getting bigger now?
It's bigger since like
since like the Marvel movies have like and like Deadpool and all of them have like exploded onto the like movie side of things.
Yeah, dude. Well, by far. The problem is, which I don't think it's as much of our problem is now, is how much the movies influence the comics, which no one likes, including myself.
What was that you cut out?
I don't want the comics to. I don't want the films to influence the comics. A lot of people.
You don't want them to affect the comics.
I want them to be different things, but the same properties.
Right.
Like I don't want like
kind of like how a book and a movie is two different things. So,
yeah. Yeah. I don't
like
want
you want a movie version of something, but you also want like, and I mean the same thing with like manga and anime too. I mean like you're definitely, if you read a manga of an anime, you're definitely going to get like 12 more chapters of backstory and more like lore filled stuff. I mean definitely, and I would assume like comics are the same way. Which I mean I've only read like a handful of comics, so
yeah, like. Because I don't want, like, now what I mean, since, like, the movie does something, I don't want the comic to do that. No.
Right.
Get out of there with that nonsense.
Because you don't want to see the same thing twice. I mean.
Yeah. They're doing it with the cartoons, which is annoying. Like, the cartoons are basically the movie cartoon versions now. Like, that's lame. Let them be their own things, but get influenced. They're literally just, like, MCU ripoffs. I don't want to see it. I think the Transformers cartoons does that now. Have you noticed their designs? They're based off the movies now, the Bay movies now.
Really? Which cartoon?
Yeah, like the newer Transformers cartoons.
I haven't seen any of them.
5 years. Yeah, they like Optimus Prime design looks more like the movies. Bumblebee has like the wing door things now in his design.
Do you remember the animated one, right? Like the 3D anime one?
Yeah, Amanda, Energon, and Unicorn.
Yeah, that shit was so cool. I love that. I miss that show so much. Because they did there was like that one, and then like was it Beast Wars?
Beast Wars, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, who was that dragon dude? He was Beast.
In what, Beast Wars?
Cartoons. It was a cartoon. He was a dragon, a 3-headed dragon. You remember that?
No.
He's like a bad guy. He's like purple or something. I don't know who that was.
Was it you said Beast Wars or
I
the Transformers?
I can't remember what series he was in, but he's like a 3-headed dragon or 2-headed dragon or something. He's like purple, I think. I'm like, I want a toy of that. I could never find him. He was huge too. Just
to backpedal a little bit. You know what comic I want to be made into a movie, like
Batman
page
Beyond.
for page? Batman Beyond. Oh, dude, I'm still waiting for a Batman Beyond movie. Patiently waiting. Eventually, hopefully. I mean, with better technology, I think they could do it, just without it making it look like a CGI mess.
No, actually, they said it. I want it to be animated.
That would be great.
Like
or
Spider-Verse.
that would be. I'd totally eat that up.
Yeah.
But I want them to do Godzilla Cataclysm as a movie.
Yeah. You read that? I didn't know you read that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny because like I remember I think I had that on my like bookshelf, and you went over to the bookshelf and you pulled it off, and you're like, what do you know about this?
Yeah, what do you know about this?
Yeah, what do you know about Godzilla? That's like one of the only good comic he has, though. Other than
Save the Earth. What's it called? We Rulers of Earth. It's okay. It's more actiony. But
Godzilla, definitely the best one is like Cataclysm,
because it's more darker in tone. It's like it's a post-apocalyptic world, which is. No, it's funny. I'm glad you said it because like before I met you, I had my old laptop. I wrote my own Godzilla script.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never told you that before.
You still have it?
If I can find a laptop.
Dude, you should read it. You should read it on here.
I can find it, yeah. And it's kind of similar to, because my dream Godzilla movie is a post-apocalyptic world. Like,
well, that would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Like, so if they did like how they did King of the Monsters, if they just did what right after that movie, I mean, it would just be, it's rubble essentially at this point. Mm-hmm. Which I mean, like Godzilla versus King Kong. I mean, is that going to be like this post-apocalyptic kind of melted down world?
It's gonna be. I heard the movie's theme is gonna be more similar to 2014. It's gonna be darker again. So it's gonna be. It's not gonna be like the.
I love
comedy.
that like aesthetic. It's like that horror theme because I mean it's fucking scary. This
what Godzilla original was. Yeah.
Huge monster like roaming through the streets.
It's funny how like they went through trends because Godzilla has different genres. Like Godzilla used to be the scary monster. And then they went from the kids' goofy action hero to like the 90s hero. And that's what 2014, that's what King of the Monsters reminded me of, the 90s, with just fighting. The story didn't really matter. It was just fighting. Now they're going back to more like the 2014, the 1954 kind of storyline. The darker tone. But also fighting inside of it too. Because King of the Monsters wasn't dark at all.
No.
So I guess they're going to blend that with 2014 style, and because I heard King Godzilla vs. Kong gonna be more brutal and darker. Yeah.
Ooh, I like
Look
that.
at the toys.
Brutal.
Look at the toys.
I really have. I'm trying to avoid them, but I do see them get posted a lot.
You do know what's in the movie, right? You haven't looked at these toys, right?
No, I haven't looked at them. I'm trying to stay as spoiler free as possible for it.
Okay, I've seen them, and
oh yeah,
I've seen them.
There's some good shit in there. I hope Mudos don't come back. Don't say anything about it. I just hope they don't come back or something. Because those are just a boring design.
As a Godzilla fan, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm really doubtful for it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely doubtful for it. I mean, like, it just doesn't seem like...
That's really rare for Godzilla. Doubting a Godzilla movie.
I know Adam Wingard is like the director for it, and it just seems like he hasn't had like a good streak of movies.
I don't know his movies, but I'm talking about more production side of things, like
because of the delays and stuff.
And plus, it's going against Black Widow this year and something else this year. And Godzilla, I love you, dude, but you're about to get destroyed by these movies.
I mean, King of the Monsters didn't do good.
Sadly,
people consider that like which that movie is more or less like a love letter to the fans. Because I mean, like when me and you watched it, I mean, like we were like sitting there like screaming. We're like, oh my god! like we're just having a ball. And I know like the people next to us were like dead quiet and they're just trying to enjoy the movie. But I mean, you could tell who was a fan and who wasn't.
There's a lot of Japanese purists, Toho purists that hates this movie with burning passion. Yeah, it's on my timeline all the time. Which, and you can dislike what you like, but I always put in perspective like there's different types of Godzilla movies. This isn't the one.
Well, that's why they have the eras. They have like the Shota era and then all those.
Yeah, that's why I like them. That's why I like view them as. I view them because Godzilla isn't the same thing always. No. Godzilla like there's a dark Godzilla.
You can't be like 60 years old and not be like this. You can't be the same thing over and over and over. Of course, it's going to have to go into different metamorphoses. Yeah, it changes.
That's why I consider Godzilla like King of the Monsters as the '90s SI action movies. It's that Godzilla movie as I saw as a kid. The story was there.
I mean, the story. I mean,
for Godzilla.
Yeah, it depends on what you want. It's like, do you want campy or do you want like if you have like the 1954 one where it's like it's more or less like a
character driven.
It's character driven, but it's more of a theme. It has like a underlying theme, and like essentially you could, if they ended that movie 54 with this like Godzilla not even being there, but just he's a representation of like war and like this the destruction it brings us up. They could have totally just like had him not in there at the end of the movie or something, and just said like this is what it actually was. It wasn't a giant monster. It was like, you know, the war coming through Japan.
Dude,
and
that actually sounds cool. You should have like copyright that.
What?
So I was gonna take that. I never thought it was Godzilla's story that way. Like, is actually Godzilla wasn't there the entire time? It was in their heads.
What is the word I'm looking for? He's a figurehead for he's a metaphor for war. I mean, essentially that's what 1954 is, and that's like why it's one of my favorite movies. Is just because like it's like a great story to like, and it's a understanding of like this is what it was like with like the you know, like the bombing of Nagasaki and Fukushima. Hiroshima. My bad. I'm sorry.
Shin Godzilla was supposed to be Fukushima, the tsunami thing.
The radiation. I mean, and that's why Shin Godzilla is my second favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, I put that on my life, man.
See, like when it comes to Godzilla movies, like I don't judge them because is it compared to this one? No, because they're always different movies, despite having that giant monster. Like, you can compare Shin Godzilla to 1954, but they're completely different movies.
Yeah, altogether. I mean, they represent two different things.
Two different things.
Shin Godzilla represents more bureaucracy and like stuff like
that's
that.
Awesome how they did that. That's dude. Not to cut you off, but that's so perfect for today's situation right now. With the coronavirus. Like I didn't. It just hit me right now. But
yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, that is like just like it's taking forever for something to happen and stuff. Mm-hmm. And just like this bullshit they have to. I mean, like that's going on in politics and all that stuff.
Oh my god, yeah, like Shin Godzilla. I was mixed on when I first saw it because like that was really weird. But when I thought about it more and more, the bad guys was actually the government.
Yeah,
yeah. It was like,
well, I mean, not even the government itself, but just the way the operation of the government, the engine of how it gets ran, and like just like the shit they have to deal with, and like why nothing ever gets done and people die because of it. That's the real villain.
Yeah, the comedy. I think it was a comedy scene, but like let's go to the different office to have this meeting.
Well, it's great because that just shows you how ridiculous it is. Like it's like what is this, a joke? Like can we just sit in the same room? Yeah, you know, and then hierarchies and all that shit. It's great. But to throw it way back about like being in you already know what I'm talking about. Being in a theater and then seeing like just feeling the electricity in the air when they did the atomic breath scene in Shin Godzilla. That I could. So when they showed Shin Godzilla in the U.S., they just did it all throughout the U.S. and there was only certain theaters that you could go to.
What a special moment too.
Yeah, and it was only for like maybe 2 days. They were only showing it for one time on this day and then this day, and then that was it. They're taking out theaters because it was a Japanese movie only.
God, that was awesome.
So when you went to go see the movie during those times, it was only like these hardcore Godzilla fans.
Those are Godzilla fans. People that actually seen that. I'm not trying to discriminate the American fans because I like the American movies too. But as someone who grew up with these Japanese movies, the Toho movies, seeing that logo in a theater is insane. Like that was like magic to me. Yeah, like that's like because we grew up, like you too. We grew up with the Japanese films,
right?
And like those, like they're the authentic Godzilla movies, and to see a Japanese Godzilla movie, like
to see a Japanese to watch a Godzilla movie in Japanese in a theater is almost a religious experience, like especially for me and Tay. That was almost like a religious experience for me and Tay.
We don't get that a lot. Because I grew up watching movies on VHS and DVDs, but like, cause it's different to see like legendary Godzilla, Monster vs. Godzilla. That's a Godzilla, yeah, sure, but to see a Japanese-made Godzilla movie in theaters, that's awesome. I love that. Strong.
Oh, it's like this is stuff with my PC. Sorry, but so. Me and Tay are sitting there. Also, wait, yeah, because Ari was there with us that time too. Right? yeah. So all three of us there were sitting there, and like just this whole theater is filled with these just massive Godzilla fans, and it was just I felt like I was at home. Like it just there was something like really special about like I could just look over to my left or right and just say something about like Godzilla. And they would respond back to me about something about Godzilla, and it's just something very special about G fans. I don't know what it is, but it's just, I guess because a lot of people grew up with it. It's very nostalgic and very close to them.
It's mostly older people too, around like the 40s and 50s. Was it?
Well, that's the thing. It could be because Godzilla's 64 years old, so you had this wide range of like fans. There's always a new generation of fans. Like you could, so someone could be like grew up in like from
anime movies
from the 50s to like the like current 2020, and there'd be a Godzilla film for them. Yeah, exclusively like probably from like 2005 to like 2013. You probably wasn't a Godzilla fan because you could be a Godzilla fan, but there was no new movie coming out during that space time. But like, there's always been a new Godzilla like for all those years. Yeah. So there's always gonna be just these different age groups of fans, but it doesn't matter because if you've seen one, you probably wanted to watch the rest of them too.
They're so fun movies, dude. I know some of them are just straight up stupid, but it's so fun to watch.
I mean, there's something for everyone.
It is for something for everyone.
There's some really garbage ones, and then there's some really good ones, and that's like the really nice thing about Godzilla.
Like I remember, go ahead.
Oh, what I was gonna say was like, so we're just sitting there in the theater, right? Actually, just go ahead and finish what you're saying.
No, you go ahead. You good?
Okay. So we're just sitting there in the theater, right? And then like, so just like so we watch Godzilla like kind of metamorphose into like you know what we know as Godzilla, right? So it comes like this. It was like just like I don't know how to explain it. Just like I felt my soul. Come out my body, so because they have this buildup of like this like harmonica of like angel voices, and then you just see like Godzilla start arcing his head, and then like it's almost like time slowed down. So they do like the very slow motion pan of like him like spreading out his mouth, and if you're a Godzilla fan, you already knew like, oh shit, he's about to do his like atomic breath stuff, and this is like the most violent version I've ever seen. It's the most destructive thing he's ever done.
It's the scariest one too, his beam. And I don't call Godzilla scary, but this one's considered to be scary, dude.
Yeah, it was because he just in one kind of like a minute he decimates our entire city.
Yeah, dude, it's insane what he does, like that damage he did.
But the atmosphere like that they had for that scene is so electric, and like for some reason I felt connected to everyone else in that theater because we're all dead silent. But there is one guy. So right before this scene happens, right? So we're the theater that we're sitting in is like arced like this. Like we're like sitting here, and then for some reason the theater goes down like slanted like this. So it's almost like if you jump forward, you'd fall straight down.
Yeah.
and we were so high up, but I could see right down at the like the first two front rows. They were like on the ground, so they're not arced up. I saw one guy get up and leave, and I guess he went to the bathroom or something. But this is like one of the most religious experience in a Godzilla fandom ever. It was like that atomic dressing in a theater. And this dude misses it. And then he comes back right after that scene.
Literally when it ends. Yeah.
And people, and like his friends are like sitting there. And when he comes back, they're like, yes,
and no one, and what's worse, this is a Japanese movie. God knows how long you're going to see this again.
You would never, yeah, screen. Well, I mean, until it came out on DVD.
Exactly, but you don't know how long it would take, though.
But it would never come out in theater again.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, like, to see a Japanese Godzilla, I hope we have that again. Like, a Japanese Godzilla film. That's different from, like, an American Godzilla movie. Because it's like, these are the original creators. It's their parents making their baby, and we actually see it.
Right.
So I admittedly, I think I told you, like, I legit teared up with King of the Monsters trailer showed. Like, seeing Mothra again after so many, like, an Hollywood version of Mothra and Ghidorah. Like, dude.
The Ghidorah thing blew me out of the water.
Yeah, dude.
And then, like, the Rodan, like, how they designed Rodan and made him look like an absolute beast. I was like, oh my God.
And legit made him, because that's like in Japanese series, they call him Fire Rodan, but they actually made him Fire Rodan in the American
they gave him
version, which I thought was cool.
Crawl out of a volcano and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, just to say, like, to Godzilla fans listening to this, like, you can have your criticism with these movies, but you got to remember these are different genres for these movies. Like, I don't judge them the same ways. Like, I don't compare 54 to like Shin Godzilla, not Shin Godzilla, like some other Godzilla movie. It's stupid to compare them. Like,
if you're
they have different themes.
If you're not a Godzilla fan, I'm sorry for like we're really geeking out over this, but it's
dude,
like,
this is our podcast. Watch them; they're fun to watch, dude.
Oh yeah, I would. If you've never watched a Godzilla movie, please go out and watch it. They're extremely fun. Yeah,
yeah.
You could start like, let's see, what was the first one where he fights Gigan
Megalon
and Jet Jagger?
That
was like my first Godzilla movie. The one so my first experience of Godzilla was the campy campy version, where he does, where it's like that gif of him like flying on his tail. Yeah, that was like the first one I ever watched. And then 99, or no, it's not 99. I always want to say 98. American Godzilla was like the second one I ever saw. Those are like probably like, those are arguably two of the worst ones. But still, I mean, like,
see, my
even the worst, when it's the worst, it's still pretty okay.
Yeah, my dad is the one that got me into this series because he had like recordings of VHS. So my Godzilla collection is literally on VHS. So that's where I got my Godzilla knowledge from.
Yeah, same.
But like, I remember having this moment like, dude, I am 23 years old, still watching Godzilla. They're still making movies. You ever had like a moment with that with a franchise you grew up with?
No, it's the only thing I've ever.
Like, they're still making content for you. Right.
The only thing you can compare to really is like Avengers, but there's still not enough. There's not even that many Avengers movies compared to Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla's actually the longest running series of all time. You know that, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Film series, I believe. Unless Marvel beat it already, I don't know.
There's no way, because I mean they've been making movies since '54.
Yeah, well, like, Godzilla's for years been like the longest running franchise of all time. And like when they brought back 2014, oh my god, dude, that was one of the most exciting years for me, like for film wise, for me to see like a Godzilla movie coming back after 10 years. And I literally experienced those 10 years without no Godzilla movie. I remember Googling like almost like literally every week, next Godzilla movie. I even seen canceled Godzilla movies that was supposed to be in production. It just canceled. Remember Godzilla 3 to the Max? Remember that?
Wait, what is it?
It was a canceled Godzilla film called Godzilla 3D to the Max. It was a Japanese film. No, it was an American film. So he looks like the 2000 Godzilla. He fights this monster called Deathlock or something. Deathlock. He had like tentacles and stuff. But it got canceled. And I've been like waiting forever to say, oh, wait, this is a new Godzilla movie? And it never happened. And I remember like Legendary brought Godzilla. I seen that happen. Like seeing that on Google. I'm like, it's happening. Then like 5 years later, we get 2014. I remember being as a kid.
So like before I met you, I was like a closet Godzilla fan. There was no one in my town that like would like Godzilla or ever talk, and it was kind of like to me it was like a weird thing. I was kind of obsessed with this thing as a kid, and then like it kind of just the older I got, I kind of just kept it more tucked away and stuff like there because no one ever talked about it. It was like, oh yeah, Godzilla, that's cool, but but when 2014, when I first saw the trailer for 2014, I thought it was like a horror trailer. I'm like, oh okay, and then when I saw like Godzilla, like it said Godzilla and then like his foot stomped and stuff, like something in my heart sparked. I was like just overcome with like emotions, something I had like locked away, which sucked is because like when I was like hyped for Godzilla, like no one was like understood the hypeness I was feeling because I had watched these old movies all through my life, but just, never had anyone to share it with.
Godzilla's one of the franchises too. I think Digimon was that for me too. They announced Digimon Try. I legit like almost teared up because like there's just some franchises like that means a lot to certain people, and Godzilla's one of them. Because like just like you understand, and I understand from your standpoint too. I didn't really have much people to talk about Godzilla. That's what was special about the Toho screening with Shin Godzilla. Because these are people that legit watch these movies you watched as a kid, but you didn't know anyone that watched them.
So me and Tay, there's actually, I have another story. So when me and Tay went to go see King of the Monsters,
I forgot about this story.
Yeah. So right before we went, me and Tay were like, okay, we should go get something to eat. So we go eat this ramen place called Fuda Buddha. It's like my favorite. That day. Yeah. It's my favorite place to go eat. So me and Tay, like I'm wearing my Godzilla shirt, and like me and Tay are just sitting there. We were eating outside on this patio. And so it's like the launch day for King of the Monsters. We got IMAX tickets, and we're sitting there eating, and we see like these three people getting seated, and I saw a dude wearing a 99 Godzilla t-shirt, and I'm like, oh my god, I knew exactly where to go, and like I don't think he didn't really notice us, but when I looked over at him, and then he finally like made eyes with me, I looked at him, I said, oh, nice shirt, man, and then he looked at my shirt, and he was like, oh, and then they ended up coming like closer and sitting next to us.
And he wanted to talk.
he wanted to talk so bad. And you could tell that like his friends were not like as big as
I knew it too.
They wasn't like into Godzilla as much as he was, but he wanted to talk to us so bad. Like, but so he didn't know how to like.
I know
Wait, go ahead.
He was us. I guarantee he didn't have those people in his childhood or something to talk about that stuff. That's how Godzilla is with some people. For me, at least, and you, I guess him. But I forgot about that story.
I love that story so much.
Same, dude. Like,
because I could see. I mean, obviously, you could tell that like he was in the same situation like you were saying, like we did.
Yeah.
Like his friends were probably like, "Yeah, let's go see this like cool monster movie." But like to him, this man had a 99 Godzilla. It's a Japanese. So yeah. The 99 Godzilla is a Japanese movie, and not many people have seen that movie. But when we called him over, I think he felt like, oh shit, like this is like, wait, you guys are into Godzilla too, like that?
I'm talking about the movies because I told him about Godzilla vs. Biollante because he never seen that. Like, I own that movie. He never seen it. Like the fact that I said Biollante, he like, you know what that is?
Dude. You know what's funny about Biollante? You can almost watch that entire movie in English, or you don't have to watch that movie with subtitles. Yeah. Most of that movie's in English. Because it's American.
Yeah, like, oh my god, it was like just see like another Godzilla fan. Because there was another guy, AI was a Godzilla fan. Because every time I meet a Godzilla fan, it's always like, you know Godzilla, and it's still like that for me. Like, there was a guy in AI, I forgot his name, in my early days, and I had it reacting to him like, wait, you know what Godzilla is? Or, you seen these movies? He's like, yeah. Like, huh. Then I met you later. I think I met you after this or before this, I can't remember.
This probably
and we had that, I guess that car ride or something. I was sitting in a car. And I don't know how it got brought up, but Godzilla got brought up or something. And like, believe it or not, Godzilla is kind of what started our friendship.
Probably. I mean, like,
along with Devin.
I remember like you coming over, and I had this Godzilla poster in my room, and you're like, you know what that is? It's like, because I can't remember. I remember like the first time we ever hanging out, like we all played Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff.
Yeah.
and then like it just from there. But like I think what really locked our friendship in was us like talking like being G fans.
Yeah,
because I was like, because you're the first person that I could actually I could talk to about Godzilla and stuff. I'm like, wait, you're like a huge fan too?
Like, yeah, dude. and it's not like I'm probably not like a gatekeeping thing. It's just not. Plus, I came from a small town because that didn't help. So it's like not everyone knew what I was talking about or what I was drawing or whatever.
And I mean, like, I would be the same. Which I mean, god damn it, Tay. Fucking identical twins. I would exactly the same thing for me. Is like I came from a small town. I would draw it, you know, but you know I always kept it close to me myself.
Yeah, and it's I guess it's still like it is. It's funny. It's still like that for me, despite being more out there to the American people now, more public. Like you can watch the American films, sure. But when it comes to like the Japanese films, like you know what like Gigan is and Biollante and Hidora and Jaguar, like if you know who those are, you've seen these films. Like these
if you can name any characters from the 60s.
Yeah, the Japanese series, like you're a Godzilla fan. But I gotta end the show right here.
Right, I know. I think we're like running on.
Hey, believe it or not,
this is 1 minute 60.
Yeah, before we cut that off, we didn't do none of our topics today.
No, so actually it's funny because me and Tay we only had 2 topics this week, and usually we try to have 4. We were just started. We literally were like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? We're like, I guess we'll just start talking. And so I guess this is gonna be a nostalgic episode.
Name the title that? What's the title?
This is a nostalgic.
Yeah.
Nostalgic swords.
Oh, I didn't change that name. That's cringy. Yeah.
That's Tay's old PlayStation. Wait, that's your current PlayStation
like
name, right?
I'm cutting it out.
I'm gonna dox you, man.
No, it doesn't matter. Don't say that.
What? Doxing?
Yeah, guys. Got anything to say?
If you just made it to this end of the show, I really do appreciate it, guys. This actually does mean like if you could sit through us only talking about Godzilla for the last 15 minutes, I really do appreciate that to death. If you guys like the show, please leave us a subscribe button. If you leave a subscribe button. If you guys like the show, please subscribe. If you liked it, give us a like. If you disliked it, dislike us. But
it helps us out a lot.
Yeah, but seriously, if you can just make it to an hour of the show, I really do appreciate it. And I probably say this every episode, but it really does make me extremely happy that you get to the end of the show. So thank you.
It means you're
also, I do want to give a shout out to Irving. Irving, thank you for watching the show so much, buddy. That's my.
That's your manager. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for watching, sir. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. But that's all. I mean, that's all I got to say to.
I think you guys probably like this episode because it's more passionate than ever. This episode about passion.
This is literally what's in my like. Me and Tay was just going off of like what was in our heads. This is constantly what we think about. Yeah,
this was like I know this sounds weird. This is more like the most natural show we did so far.
Yeah.
Not to say the other ones aren't natural, but this one feels like we didn't.
This is the most relaxed that we ever done. Because we didn't didn't even do the topics that we're gonna do. We're just this is us just riffing.
I actually enjoyed this show actually. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care, wash your hands, and wear a mask.
See you next time, guys.